Okay, this is my shed. I built it alone from scratch, and everything is recycled wood. So this is part of a fence, an old fence, and I took some wood there from the same fence and I cut the lean-to. That's part of another fence. I made that fit this other fence. The wood there has a different measure from this one, but it worked. Okay, this is also a door we removed from another place and it fits well here. This also I repainted this. I removed the old stains and it was a little bit dirty and rusty. I removed everything. I repainted that. This I bought this one new, so this is not recycled. Inside there is plenty of space. This part is an old door. We removed that too. We changed that. That part is from another fence. So this wall is actually built from two parts. This is a fence and this is an old door. I already had that post there, and I built this part from also a window frame that we removed. So this is kind of a double window frame. I just cut it here to fit, to have kind of three legs there, and to have a leveled support for the roof. This column I needed to well, that is recycled too. I needed to, that is one that we dug out from the floor. That is why it's a little it's well, but the water entered the wood, so that part still has strength. It's not rotten at all. So that's also a post that we recycled. That rafter actually is two posts that I cut there. I made that little invention, that little cut, because I didn't have a post that is long enough. So I just did that invention and then I cut the other part there, and it worked. Also for this one, this post, I didn't have a long enough post, a tall enough post, so I needed to cut a piece from another post. Made a spacer here, and I attached with this. This is new, of course, it's not recycled, but still a lot of, maybe 98% of the stuff here, not including the screws, is recycled. I added this post also, we removed from another place. This is also two posts we removed. I just cut this little S here and they fit leveled there. That post, we already had that. It's part of the old fence. This is the old fence, so it's kind of one of my walls. Those posts also are part of the fence, the old fence, so I didn't put that in. This is actually the other part of this. I cut that in half, and this is an old window frame. It's kind of, you can see where the old window slides here and here, and this is very hard wood, so cutting that in half was enough to hold this roof. And I got another rafter here. This is actually soft wood. This is, I think, pine. So I needed two to make a strong rafter, and I have two long pieces, so I just screwed those together, and those kind of fit very well there. So we have one rafter, 2, 3, and 4 is that one. Then everything is held by that, and I just wanted to add some kind of horizontal force to hold that to because that can bend that way or this way. So with those pieces, they will be straight. And since for screwing that, I need to do kind of one here, so I can screw there, and then I moved a little bit so I can screw on the other side and this side. It's actually a nail. And then this is also not aligned, so I can screw there or nail that there. And here we have kind of nailed and screwed. I added also that support is part of that piece actually, and the roof here, and that kind of front window, side window really, because this is the front, is polycarbonate. Also, this is from the old polycarbonate, that is why this has a lot of holes, but I didn't throw that away because we had like kind of big pieces of polycarbonate, pretty usable. So it's a little dirty, but it works when it rains, and it rained a lot actually for a week, and everything here is kind of dry, so it's great. For that I had some extra pieces of wood, and this is to make the wall a little thicker so I can screw things there and have more force, so I can screw this kind of L hangs there, and I can store all my tools there. The one below, I also added that. I didn't use that yet. I can screw things here with no problem. I also recycled this one, this kind of box. We removed that from the old kitchen when we did the remodelation of the house, and we had that around, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to use that. I just had, here screwed to the back wall, and it worked. Then I bought these containers to organize my screws and nails, small stuff that I also have all mixed. I used to have everything in kind of these jars, but this is very, I have very messy. I have many things in the same jar. When I look for something, I need to, put everything out of this and just find the one that I need, the one screw or bolt that I need. So here everything is kind of organized. There I also have that kind of a small storage place. Here I removed this from the old apartment, so I also added some extra wood here to have more space to nail, so this to screw. So these screws are longer than the thickness of this piece of wood, so I can hold some weight there. So another storage space. I also built that from some wood that we removed from the old kitchen. This yellow kind of orange wood, we removed that. I cut it to fit in that half of the wood, the wall. And I cut also those pieces from old posts and all the scraps that I had from trimming those posts and those posts are these ones. So these kind of hold this horizontal storage space. I can add another one here, but it's nice to have a taller space to store, taller things, longer things. So I need to clean this up a little bit. It's a little messy still, but at least we have a place to store paint and all my tools, screws, small things. So this is kind of one of those woods that we removed from the old kitchen. So this is a long one. It's the one that I used there, just one piece of that. On the side I also add a triangle piece of polycarbonate, so that's to close that space. Also this space is closed. This is in an angle, so when it rains it just goes down here. It's nice. In the front, this is the side really. This is the old door and this is the old piece of fence. I added that wood that is called fascia. That is just kind of a face that if we have any rain coming down that roof, it will just block the rain to get inside and it will fall right directly down. So yeah, that's my, I guess, last month's project. This might need some painting, repainting. And yeah, I'm also building I'm chopping that tree stump, piece by piece. Here I'm having my plants. That's tomato, lettuce, tomato, squash. Here, tomato, and some lettuce in the middle. I already built this to guide the tomatoes. Those tomatoes will grow like 2 meters high or more. So that's nice. That's actually a carrot. That's potato, tomato, another carrot, lettuce. Yeah. I have a lot of scrap wood. I need to look for more projects to use that wood on. I have more wood here. I'm cleaning actually this space. That's the side of the shed. So nice project. I did it alone, fixing problem by problem, finding wood, cutting wood, learning in the process. Made a lot of mistakes. I didn't have one design because everything is custom built. I didn't have even 2 pieces of wood that look the same, measure the same, or the same type of wood. So yeah, and this I might paint everything white. I was just trying the white there on one of those pieces. I might paint everything white. Here is just some silicone to seal that up, because when it rained I checked the joints here and it was wet inside a little bit, just little drops, but I didn't want that to get inside, so I just sealed that with silicone. This is actually black silicone, but it's just silicone. And here, from the heat and cold that is cracking a little bit, I might add another layer of silicone to seal that up. but when it rained the last time when I added this, it was dry inside, so it worked. So yeah, everything is coming up. It's a little messy right now. Strawberry, peppers are coming. Yeah, that's the lettuce. When you leave the lettuce grow, it will actually give you flowers and seeds after that. And that's a big tomato. Actually, we have some friends here. Yeah, everything is coming up.